Hi guys, so today I have 5 different tips that I think will completely transform your everyday outfits, things that will make you feel more stylish and empowered. The first idea that I have is to play with contradictions. You guys know I love to wear anything that is super floral or feminine or lacy. I love anything that's super girly and even Victorian inspired, but that could be one-dimensional if that's all I did every day head to toe. So what I like to do is play with contradictions. I like to be able to add something more lacy with something that has a little bit more of an edge to it, and it's fun to be able to work with things like leather jackets with heeled boots, something that looks a little bit more sort of rebellious, right? Like you have this rebel heart plus also that feminine grace. So something like that is more interesting to look at versus just head to toe, something that's one-dimensional. Another way that you can do this is by playing with textures. I like to work with things like silks, really thick, beautiful sweaters, anything that looks super soft, and pairing that with something that maybe isn't so soft, maybe something cotton canvas that has more structure to it than say a ribbed cashmere sort of drapey material. You also can do this by pairing matte with something shiny like a sequin or anything that you want to. It's fun to be able to work with those sort of contradictions because a lot of the topics that I like to cover involve monochrome, slenderizing colors, anything that makes you lengthen and look longer. And so by adding that element of texture, I can play with depth to my outfits, and so they're suddenly not quite boring. One thing that I like to do too is if I were just to boil down a few basic pieces of my closet, I would look for things that are simple and chic and structured and timeless, and just honestly then adding jewelry on top of it. You guys know I love to add jewelry to any style, to be able to mix and match pieces that I have that I've collected over time. And I think that that's important whenever I want sort of a basic style, is that then the jewelry shines from that. It makes the outfit look more expensive by having just this blank palette underneath and then layering on your own tasteful jewelry, something that expresses your personality or shows meaning. So that leads me to today's sponsor. Mejuri, I feel like, has so many pieces that represent people I love or different things that mean something to me personally. So today I'm wearing a monogrammed necklace that says B, but then I also love their zodiac necklace where that represents my family, it represents my husband and his zodiac sign. But then I also love the fact that they have this locket that just has that nostalgic element that I love so much. I can link you guys down below to some of my favorites that I wear daily from them, but thank you to Mejuri for sponsoring this today. Moving on to my fourth tip, I think that it's important to always add a statement bag or accessory. I used to shy away from adding purses to my life that were more of a splurge, but now I do understand that the cost per wear with things like a bag that you're gonna wear with anything really isn't that much of a splurge. But for the sake of making this video more about overnight making your outfits look instantly better, I would say to look in your closet and see how you might pair 3 items together, 2 basics and then 1 accessory, or that bag that you just absolutely love that you already own. These are ways where you can sort of play with this idea of making your outfits more interesting just by, instead of going with a basic top and bottom, maybe adding a belt, you can add a handbag, a scarf. There's just limitless opportunities here. Next, I would say to create a uniform. It doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe or buy several of the same things so that on repeat you always know what you wear, but I do want to look at your closet and just say, what are some patterns that I'm seeing here? I personally love to wear white shirts from Cezanne, and I say that where I'm literally wearing one right now, but each one is a little bit different. I could think, man, why do I have that? Like, is that a problem? Should I have been more inventive with the things that I go out and I buy or find or keep or hang on to? But honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have an iconic style, that will mean that you have some things that are more patterned after each other. You may find that each one of your pants have a similar cut to them, or your tops have the same basic style to them. And that actually is something to embrace. It means that maybe even on some subconscious level, you've made a decision where each piece looks good on you and works for your lifestyle. So maybe that can help you in the long run to not have sort of decision fatigue that a lot of people have, where it's like one more decision in their day is creating an outfit. I think that people with an iconic or recognizable style actually do have this pattern recognition in their own wardrobes. And my bonus tip is to buy a steamer. There's an overnight way that you can do this, which is you can put it in the dryer, maybe on a low setting, add a damp towel to it, and then just let that roll for a little while until the steam from the towel just eliminates all the wrinkles. But this year I did buy a steamer, and same sort of concept. It makes your clothes just wrinkle free, and it doesn't have all of the pain and suffering that comes from ironing your clothes. I found myself so many times not ironing because I thought, it's okay, my pants might be a little bit wrinkled, but it's no big deal. And maybe it isn't, but taking an outfit from having a little bit of a wrinkle to being completely beautifully ironed is just so perfect. And with a steamer, you don't have a lot of those creases or mess ups, and it makes the outfit, I think, last longer than if I'm subjecting it to the dryer or an iron or letting it sit wrinkled in my closet forever. So those are my tips to making your outfits look more put together and to up your style game with just a few small changes in your own wardrobe. Thanks so much for Mejuri for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Let go, rain. It's not your song to sing no more. Goodbye, blame. Weights can't lift you up, but you can find a way to drop them.